Aisling Mooney, Angel Intuitive Spiritual Business Mentor. I was like a rabbit in the headlights there for a second. I'm here, I'm live. I have lots of questions for your angels. So if you're here live, leave me a message. And like what I'm going to say to you is you can ask your angels anything you want, but try to avoid broad questions, because you'll end up with a broad answer. So what does the future hold for me will only get you a very broad answer. So if you can be specific, is it a question about work, relationships, finances, love life, attracting your soulmate, your health, fitness, I don't know, forgiveness, healing issue, spiritual development issue? So what if you can be as specific as you can, it means that you're going to get a more specific answer. So I'm going to just open up YouTube here, but you can start, say hello, let me know where you're watching in from, and I'm going to just find me on YouTube, and I can find the questions so that I'm making sure that I'm not missing any questions, because sometimes they show up very slowly on the thing. So here I am. So I'm live. I can see myself. I'll put myself on mute. Brilliant! Woohoo! It's really, really hot. So I'm Irish. I'm living in north of Italy. We're currently in one of our hottest weeks of the year so far. It's about 32 now, and I am literally sweating. I couldn't put any makeup on because it would just fall off. And I'm here in a little dress and bare feet because I'm just absolutely, and I have the fan in the background. So please do let me know if that's interfering with sound, and I can turn it off. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully it's okay. So I don't see any questions on the actual live. So what I'm going to do is go back to the Facebook group and answer questions. Anytime you want me to pick a card for you, just post a question. So let me know who you are, where you're coming from, and post your question, and I'll pick a card for you. But otherwise, hi Chilla, how are you, love? Post your question, and I will pick a card for you. But I'm going to jump in here to Melanie Moore asked a question. So I'm reading from my deck, Archangel Messages for a New Earth. If you go to my website, aislingmooney.com/cards, I think, you can get on the wait list for the next print run. And you'll also get a beautiful guardian angel meditation when you go up there. So here we go. So this is a card from Melanie. So I really want to grow my YouTube channel in a quantum leap kind of way. Would love an angel message around quantum growth. Okay, love it. Ooh, okay. So this is a beautiful card, Melanie. So it's Archangel Gabriel, and it's you are birthing a new age. Okay, so it's Gabriel. It's about creativity. So it's for artists, speakers, YouTubers, content creators, authors. So there's a few things coming in. But the main thing, okay, so I heard recently, I'm just exploring YouTube myself recently this month, as you probably know. And some crappy videos and some great videos. For anyone that wants to see a fantastic video, I'm going to put the link in the comments now, because it's absolutely well worth doing. How do I don't have to put comments in here. Okay, so I'll have to do it afterwards. But it's a click, and you can ask a question, and then you can just intuitively choose somewhere in the video, and you'll get an answer to the question that you're asking. I'll share the link and you'll be able to see it later, but it's going viral, this video. Everybody loves it. It's really, really brilliant. So coming back to this message. So I was doing a bit of research, and I was listening to a speaker, a YouTuber, and she said, it took me ages to get to 10,000 subscribers. And then there was this massive growth. And she said, of course it was consistency. Of course it was posting videos, understanding my audience and what they needed, improving on my thumbnails, doing the hashtags, and doing, all the things that I needed to do, and improving on the description. But she said, I'm so grateful. Even though at the time it felt like an uphill to get those 10,000 subscribers. It felt like it was very slow. But she said, I learned everything I needed to know about how to manage a YouTube channel that had thousands and thousands. Like, I think she reached 100,000 then in a year or something like that. So she said, I would prefer slow growth over fast or viral any day, any week, any year. And I would recommend it to everybody. So what I would say is you're learning your craft, you're still learning, you're way ahead of me, Melanie. You have a lot more subscribers and you have a lot more content, and you're able to just put out the content. And I recommend your videos. Melanie is an EFT practitioner, dream big vision coach. And, so I recommend anything, any videos, tapping for anxiety, tapping for money, tapping for millions, tapping into 10K months, tapping for prosperity, tapping to not be afraid of going on an airplane. Anything you want in there is on Melanie's channel, and if she's listening, she might pop in, or watching the replay, you might pop in the link to your channel, Melanie. But you're doing all the learning now. So I'm going to come to the next part of this question, and it will make sense then. If you look at this picture, the woman in the picture is, I would guess, about 7 months pregnant, which means it's going to be another 2 months, 2.5 months before she actually physically gives birth. So there's growth coming, there's a rebirth coming, there's a burst coming, but you're still in, it's going to be another 2 months. So if you want it now, your angels are saying, we still have to do some other work in the background to make it so that the timing is perfect and it's right and it's divine timing. So I hope that gives you a little bit of reassurance, and I hope that it just explains and says to you, okay, I can relax a little bit with this. I can follow my intuition. So I've given myself 30 days to be on YouTube. I've said I'll show up every day. I haven't been able to show up every day. Hands up. I tried, it didn't work out. And I posted we're on day 16 now of August, and I've probably posted about 6 videos. And some of them were awful. Some of them were brilliant. The one I did yesterday, the 6th one, is brilliant. And I can see this live stream, I'm much more confident. I figured out the last time I lost the thread, I had to stop after a few seconds. I had the wrong camera on and everything, all the technical stuff that could go wrong, did go wrong. But it's okay. It was learning. I needed it to learn. But if I hadn't set myself that goal of I'm going to go live every day for the month of August, even if I didn't achieve it, I wasn't successful, quote unquote, I still am successful because I still brought in more subscribers, which was one of my goals. And I created some video content and I went live more. So I've achieved the goals that I wanted to achieve. So I want you to sit down and think about what are the sub goals. So I want a quantum leap on YouTube. What exactly does that look like? How many subscribers do you want? What's your monthly monetization from YouTube? What will that look like? What are the sort of videos that you're going to be posting? When are you going to analyze, completely deep dive all the analytics in your channel and figure out, okay, what is it exactly? What are the top 10 topics that people are coming back to over and over again? What are the videos that are working? And how can I rinse and repeat that? Give people exactly what they want, what they need, and what is helping and serving your audience. And, have a day to review the branding, have a day to review your thumbnails, get some expertise on that, really do a bit of chat GPT, go into chat GPT and say, look, I'm doing a review of my YouTube channel. What would you recommend? What are the top 10 steps I should do? If you are my YouTube coach, what are the top 10 steps that I should do to completely revamp my channel, rebrand, revamp, and create a quantum leap? I'm not saying you have to rebrand or anything like that. I don't know. I can't remember what the branding is like, so I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying maybe look at all of it from all angles and say, okay, if in 2 months' time, in 2.5 months' time, I'm going to have this massive quantum leap, What do I need to do? I'm being given these 2 months to put in place all of the things that need to happen so that I'm ready for this. I remember, what's her name? Something Carr, Chris Carr, that Sexy Kitchen. I don't know, that I can't remember her book, but it's a very famous Hay House author and speaker, and she said that when Deepak Chopra bought her book, the book was out of stock, and people were literally like trying to buy her book, and the book went out of stock, and she was like, "Oh my God, we couldn't." It was like an opportunity that we were like, Deepak was up there, had her book in her hands. It was at a conference or something, and he had her book in her hands, and he said, "This is absolute gold dust. Everybody go and order it now." And they went and ordered it, and there was no fucking books available. So it was like, if she knew that quantum leap was coming, a recommendation from Deepak Chopra on stage in a conference of thousands of people, she would have absolutely made sure that there was a full stock of books wherever she was selling them from. So it's like, what if you're getting ready for this quantum leap, what things can you put in place now? You're being given this gift of 2.5 months before it happens. So what are you going to do? And then there's just an additional layer on top of that. There are things that you're already doing. It could be the book, because Gabriel is for writers and authors and artists and creatives. It could be the book, maybe, or it could be a talk, or it could be an interview or a podcast, or you guest podcast, or you interview somebody on your podcast. So it could be that there are catalyst moments leading up to that grand moment in 2.5 months' time. So 2.5 months is, we're in August, September, October, the end of October, literally the end of October, which is a magical time just before Christmas. So you're going to get ready for a big, massive boom coming up to Christmas, my darling. So by the end of this year, all bets are off. Whatever you wanted, multiply it, double it, triple it, and double it and triple it again. And that's more like the quantum leap that you're going to receive. But you're being given this gift of time to prepare for that. And what are the holes? What are the gaps? Where's the leaks in your business and anywhere in your life or whatever that you just need to, you have the time now to do it. So beautiful. I hope that was useful. Let me just see if there was any other questions while I was here. I don't know why I'm not seeing questions. It's very unusual. I'll just see if I can see the comments, and then I'm gonna give focus to everybody that's here. But I'm also going to. I have no idea why I'm not seeing comments. Oh, here they are. I'm still figuring out this YouTube thing. Okay. Sheila, I love your cards and use it on a daily basis. Brilliant. Thank you, my darling. Thanks for trusting in me. Thanks for buying the cards. I really appreciate that. You really supported me that way. And go and have a look at this. I can post it now. Go and have a look at this afterwards. Oh, I think I'm posting the wrong thing. Sorry. I'll try this afterwards. I won't do it now because I just get confused. So I will post a video, but it's a video where you can literally ask a question every single day. So, okay. So, Chilla, yesterday I finally closed my services in Hungarian. It took me 1 year to be able to release them. I'm revising my goals and vision. What do I need to know? Focus on to grow my business in English. Okay. If you're not already following Melanie Moore, go and do that, because Melanie has videos and tapping exercises for everything to do with business and goal setting and creating a big vision and all of that. So hopefully she'll pop in the link so everybody can have access to that. So I finally closed my service in Hungarian. It took me a year. Oh, okay. So your angels are saying, celebrate. Joy is your birthright. So what I'm feeling as I'm saying these words that you've posted here, there's a heaviness in me. There's a little bit of sadness, there's a little bit of grief. Although it's the right decision, there's always, even if we've been thinking of something, in your case it's a year, we've been thinking of something forever. When it's done, it can immediately, there's a euphoria for a moment, and then immediately afterwards, there can be that sense of, oh, did I do the right thing? worry, guilt, sadness, grief, or loss that comes up with that. So it's like all of that stuff could be coming up for you, or maybe it's in the background. But your angels are saying you made the right choice. So absolutely trust in that choice, and it's a complete new beginning. So take what I said to Melanie. There's a 2 months, so a lot of these cards are messages for everybody. I might pick a message for one particular person, but the chances are, if you're sitting here and you're listening to me speak, that there's something in that message, in all the messages and everything that I say for you. So I would totally take on board what I just said to Melanie about there being a 2.5 month wait time before the big thing happens. So you're being given an opportunity to plan and prepare for the next stage in your business, in this new business, this English speaking business, I think, isn't it? Yeah, in English. So, and this card is just about, it's time to celebrate. It's taken a long time to do that, to physically do the papers, but also energetically detach enough so that you can step back and you can, release yourself from that. Cutting off the ties would be good to do. I'm trying to upload it on the channel. I will do it in the next few days. I'm just trying to figure out how to transform video to audio. When I get that, I will have it uploaded. Cutting off the ties would be a good one to do, just to release any residual energy or ties around that business. So you could do that. I would recommend it for 21 days, 10-minute meditation. Just cut the ties with Raphael and Michael. And I would also recommend that you do some physical decluttering in the house. So, if you can clear out, maybe you've already done it, because a lot of people I've spoken to are feeling the energy of decluttering and releasing. But clear out old client files, throw away old papers, or just pick randomly some area in the house that you feel drawn to and declutter and clear out and release from that area. When we declutter, we're sending out a message. So you can do this intentionally. You can say, I'm clearing this wardrobe. I'm clearing out my wardrobe. I'm throwing out some old clothes and I'm bringing in some new fancy, smancy gear for my new role in my English speaking company. And I'm telling the universe that I'm ready for this. I'm letting go of those old towels in the bathroom that I hate, that annoy me, and I'm going to let them go, and I'm going to buy myself some new, soft, lovely, fluffy ones to represent this new start in my life, where I'm going to have loads of clients coming in and have luxury towels and luxury bedding and whatever. I don't know, I might sound a bit ridiculous attaching bedding to clients, but it's that raising your vibration is the attractive energy for whatever you want in your life. So the sheets might not do it for you. It's just a suggestion. Something else might do it for you. So it's like, what can you get rid of? What can you clear, cancel, clear, delete, so that you are physically telling the universe, I am making space for something new to come into my life. All these new clients that are going to come in the English speaking business. But even while you're doing that, your angels are saying, first celebrate, have a party, call a friend, go for a nice dinner somewhere, or cook a nice dinner, invite some friends over, do something nice for yourself, do something different. Fridays we have lake days, so I go to the lake. I don't do any work during the summer. So it's like, what can you do? Can you go to a museum that you like? Can you go to, I know you like dancing, a particular type of dancing. So like, what could you do that would feel like a really good celebration? For me, it could be as simple as a nice cup of tea, not in this weather, nice cup of tea and a beautiful cake, or fresh fruit. We've just grown a watermelon. That, to me, 5 watermelons, that feels like a celebration. Every time we eat one of them, we're like, woohoo, we've had 2 so far. That feels like a celebration. The fact that I can go to the lake and might work around that is a celebration for me. So how can, and I want you to post in the chat comments here, how you're going to celebrate this week. In the next 7 days, you need to take a celebration. Maybe you've already done it. But good things are coming, my darling. You've made the right decision. And this is like a rebirth. So it's like a brand new beginning. And it's absolute perfect timing. This is the year for massive change and big quantum leaps in our lives. And a lot of us are releasing and reinventing ourselves. that's the energy even of August, is about reinvention. So I hope that was useful. And that was 2 Gabriel cards, so creativity, artists, absolutely beautiful. So let me see. So we have a message here from Sweet Fairyish, Sandy. Hi Sandy, I posted a question in the group. Okay. Any messages from my angel about, oh Sandy, I saw your message. Any messages about my love life? I'm single for years. There's a man I really like at work and there's a mutual attraction. Haven't seen him at work since early June. Chill it saying decluttering my computer. That's at your angel, so it's all confirmation that everything is working out. So let me see. Okay, so there's a couple of things I'm going to read again for Sandy. Okay, so Sandy, I'm going to give you an exercise. This is an NLP exercise that my teacher gave me years ago. And I've given this exercise to thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years. And I would say I can probably count on my hands and my feet how many people have actually done the exercise. So this is the exercise, and it's an invitation to you. If you really want to call in love, try it. Try it with sincerity. Put an hour in your diary this week, and this is when you're going to do this exercise. And for anybody else out there that wants to bring in love, wants to attract their soulmate, this is the exercise that I want you to do. And then I'm going to talk about this specific thing about this guy in the office, so in work or whatever. But I want you to listen to this exercise because it's really, really powerful, and can have instant results depending on how ready you are for this. So you pick a time that you'll be undisturbed, about an hour, relaxed, have a nice piece of paper, nice pen. If you feel like it, a beverage, a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever you like. You can have some nice lighting, just really relaxed, okay? Very relaxed and peaceful and open, and you're calling in the angel energy. So I'm calling in the angels that when you start anchoring in that, when you start setting the scene for that, your angels are going to be right there beside you, okay? They're already beside you, but I'm just activating them in your energy if you want to do this exercise. So you're there, you have your pen, you have your paper, and I want you to write a line down the center of that paper. And on one side, you're going to write all of the qualities, my ideal partner, and write all of the qualities down there that you want. Are they generous? Are they, forget about this guy and just think about the ideal. If the ideal man knocked on your door tomorrow or bumped into you on the street, what would he look like? What would be really attractive about him, the qualities and the character? Is he kind? Is he generous? Does he have kids? Does he have older kids? Does he have no kids? Does he have, what sort of relationship does he have with his family? Does he have a big family, a small family? Where does he work? Is he a hiker or a rock climber or a chef or a TV presenter? What sort of money does he have? Does he have money in the bank? Does he have I don't know, does he have investments? Does he have savings? Does he have a retirement? Is he a daredevil? Is he adventurous? Is he a millionaire? I don't know, all these things. And then also talk about how he would treat you, how this person would treat you, how this person, he or she that you're calling in, like anybody that's out there that you want to call in, the love of your life, how would they treat you? Do they bring you flowers once a week? Do they surprise you with small gifts? Are they great at massage? Are they wonderful in the bedroom? Are they exciting and adventurous? Are they a good cook? Are they, do they love to snuggle up and watch a good show on the telly? Do they love movies? Like, think about the ideal person and really and truly map out this picture. Like, everything, oh my God, if the ideal person walked into my life, this is what that would look like. And some of the times we haven't taken the time to think about that. So when you have all that down, what I want you to do on the other side of the page is to go through this list and think, where am I? Is there anywhere that I'm giving that to myself already? So if, for example, you said they're generous to me. Where is, if generosity is a value that you really, something that you really value, where are you being generous to yourself? Or are there places where you're being really mean to yourself? You're not being generous at all. And it's like, okay, so how can you be generous to yourself? Now stay with me. This is the fucking hard bit of this exercise. And this is where most people go, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. But this is the hard bit, and this is the part where it's the most powerful. So if you can keep going, where can you be more generous? What would feel like a generous gesture that you could do for yourself? Do you need to stop worrying and have less time? Could you book a spa day for yourself? Could you have some healthy boundaries and say no to other people's demands on your time and space and energy so that you had more to give yourself? If you're generous, would you buy yourself the designer bag rather than the cheaper bag? I don't know. I would never buy designer bags, so I don't know. That just isn't something that I value, but other people do. So I'm not making a comment on whether you should or you shouldn't. But it's like, what would feel generous to you personally? That might be completely different to what that would look like for me. And there's no judgment around that. It just is, everybody has their own ideas of these things. So think about what would feel generous to you, and could you do that in the next 21 days? Could you plan it in your diary? Could you decide that you're going to do something, decide what it is and go for it? Also, what else? Like, I'm getting caught with the comments. I'm getting distracted with the comments. So, no, keep them coming. I'm going to just try and turn away when they come in and keep them. I wonder if this is maybe something else I can learn from YouTube. Something else I can learn while I'm doing a live stream. No, I don't know how to do it. Okay. So I don't want to be too messy with this, or else I'll lose the thing. So anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so I want you to go through that list and think about where you can bring those qualities, give them to yourself. So generous. So he's a good cook. Are you a good cook? What could you do that would make you feel like a good cook? Like for me, I feel safe, protected, abundant and healthy when the fridge is full of good food. And the opposite is true. If there's too many leftovers and there's not enough good food in the fridge, I physically feel unwell. So I just noticing the triggers. So what is it that can make you feel abundant in terms of cooking, if that's something that's important to you? So flowers, you like somebody to bring you flowers. Could you buy flowers for yourself? I used to buy flowers for myself every week, once a week when I lived in Ireland. I don't buy them anymore for various reasons, but when I lived in Ireland, I used to buy them every week. And I remember the first time coming in, my husband was like, who bought you them? And I said, I did. And I was like, I'm just not waiting on anyone to give me that pleasure that I wanted from those flowers at that time. So it was literally, I loved it. I used to have them in my live streams, in my office where I worked. I just got so much joy from those flowers, and they lifted my energy and my vibration and made me a vibrational match to whatever I wanted, whatever I was calling in. So it's like, I hope this is clear. So what I'm trying to say is, have a look at that list and see what you can bring into your own life, what you can mirror, because that's the key. You become a mirror to what you want to attract. So you literally become like a vibrational match for this person that you want to attract into your life by cultivating the qualities that are already in this person. This works. I'm telling you, I had one client that did it, and literally within a couple of days, she was working in an office and this guy came in and she was like, oh my God, it was like I was seeing a mirror. It was like I was seeing exactly the person that I had written down. And that literally happened within a few days. So it's very, very quick manifesting tool. So that is my challenge to you and to anyone out there looking to call in love, is to do that exercise. It takes about an hour and it's so powerful. Write down all of this. You can date it, You can put it away, or you can put it somewhere where you want to see it every day, depending on how your manifesting abilities work. You can put it in the wardrobe, so every time you open the door, you see it there and you see all these beautiful qualities. And you can each week take something off the list, or each day, and see what you can do for yourself while you're tracking this soulmate. So that's the first thing. Now, that's a general exercise. So the cards that came up for you are learn from the past and ancestral karmic healing. So there's a little bit of that. And its coincidences are signs from your angels. So there's two beautiful cards. One is about you've been burned. So, you know, we all have. It's all part of our training ground and our learning ground, especially in relationships. We've all had our fair share of ups and downs in that realm. So you've had your fair share, Sandy. And your angels are saying, you're safe. You're safe. And this time, this is a good opportunity. So this person is coming. I don't know if it's this guy. I'm not getting a clear message around that. But there is somebody there for you. And it's you're perfectly safe. So there's still a little bit of, even if we're not conscious of it, we can still hold ourselves back, block ourselves, keep ourselves safe and in our comfort zone. Even when we say we want the things, you know, I'd say, okay, I want 20 new clients tomorrow. But the reality is I wouldn't be able, like one-to-one, I would not be able to handle 20 new clients tomorrow. I just had a promotion and I had quite a few clients signed up and it's perfect. I was thinking, oh my God, I wanted 3 times more. But I was looking at the diary and I was thinking, no, that's perfect. There's 2 on that day, there's 1 on that day, there's a break here, there's 3 here, and so on. And they're all nicely spaced out over a few weeks. And I don't have to, so even though I logically am like, oh yeah, that would be great, I want this. What I got is exactly what I needed and what I'm able for energetically. So it's like, even though you're saying I want soulmate, I want love, I want to bring in somebody, there is still some part of you that's holding back a little bit from that. So I would say the cutting off the ties meditation, if I ever figure out how to get it on YouTube, do that. But if you go to ashlingmooney.com /free, you get my spiritual toolbox. And as far as I'm aware, there's a cutting off the ties meditation in that. It's completely free. And I would say download that. I think it might be the longer version. Download it and do it for 21 days. So listen to it for 21 days with the intention that you're releasing and adding forgiveness and love and whatever you need to help you to release and let go of any past relationships and any residue around that. So just to bring some healing for yourself in there. So that's that message. And just this one is, watch out for coincidences and signs. These are signs from your angels. So in this card, there's feathers. There's there's another message coming through. So anyway, let me just stick with this for a minute. So so your angels can send you signs and symbols. They can send you feathers, rainbows, butterflies. I don't know. There are some signs that some people resonate with more than others. So I don't know what your angel signs might be. Feathers are one for me. Signposts are good for me. Overheard conversations. If I'm unsure about something, it's literally looking up in the sky and examining the clouds. But that's not for everybody. So it's like, what are your signs and symbols that your angels are listening? And then following those signs, allowing them to reassure you, to let you know that things are working out, that the angels have heard your prayers and your prayers are being answered in divine timing. And also notice coincidences, because they are a spot on. Angel numbers, yes, is a brilliant one. But notice the coincidences, because as you notice them, they'll become more and more. And the coincidences are sort of like little signposts saying, come this way, come this way, come this way, this way, this way, this way. They're like golden breadcrumbs on the trail towards whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. So there's 2 pieces there. And there's just the other piece that was sort of coming in there on the background, is that there's a little bit of healing on your ancestral line, on your father's line. So you might need to do a little bit of forgiveness work, a little bit of past life healing, we've opened up the door even with that. Even by you doing this exercise that I spoke about, and the few other things that I spoke about, cutting the ties, you're going to release and heal this, whatever it is that you need to. But if it's deep, you're going to start releasing. But if it's deep, you might want to go and book yourself a session with somebody, a healer or a therapist or a counselor, and go and just release the final residue of that, whatever it is. Put something on the male line. So absolutely loved it. I hope that was useful. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know your big ahas, what you're taking from this, and how it's helping you. Liberate and express. Elizabeth de Sharon, how are you, my sweet darling? Post your question. Let me see if I can read your question. I dreamed and I received so many flowers. Probably it's me wanting to bring them in. If your dreams of flowers, your angels are saying, well done. They're literally throwing flowers at you. It's like a moment of achievement and celebration in your life where you've just literally, so I just saw that you posted, you created more music with some award-winning artist at the moment, Elizabeth. So I know that you're literally in this beautiful creation phase, and it's like your angels are saying, give this woman flowers. She is just, it's like, you know, the artist at the end of a performance, when people start throwing roses on the stage, you know, that sort of throwing flowers and accolades and just celebrating you and saying you're on track and you're doing so well. So love that. So if there's any more questions, post them now. Otherwise, I'm going to hop back over to Facebook. Now have a drink of water. I'm here for the next 20 minutes. If you know anybody, you can share the live stream with them. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can find the questions. I had them all lined up here, but they're all gone. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, I'm glad that resonated, Sandy. I hope that helps you, love. Okay, so we have all the comments. So I answered Melanie. So Debbie Condon, I'd love a card about getting a job in September in care work. It is so hot here. Okay, so literally this is popping out right away, Debbie. I'd love a card around getting a job in September in care work. Okay, so there's two pieces in this. One is Archangel Ariel, and I'm going to put my glasses on because it's getting dark in here. Practice grounding and spend time in nature. And this other one is Archangel Uriel, trust your intuition. So these two cards together, Debbie, are saying, I'd love a card around getting a job in September in care work. So they're unusual. They're not the cards that I expected to in answer to this question, because this one is about grounding and making sure that no matter what you're doing, whether it's right now or in September, when you change jobs or move into this other position, to remember that you're going to need a lot of time in nature. So that's that's more like a self-care message that your angels are jumping in and are saying that you personally, a lot of us can benefit from spending time in nature, but the angels are saying for you, it's medicine. It's literal life blood medicine, and you can't live without it. So you need to, or I recommend that you incorporate daily times in nature. I mean, this message has never come true before. That's why I'm faltering here, because I'm literally, it's been coming into my head and I'm literally feeding it back out. I'm like, this is unusual for this card, because usually this is about get outside, put your feet in nature. But in this case, it's literally, they're really emphasizing your angels and saying it is so important for you whenever you're feeling down and anxious, especially if you're doing care work and you're absorbing a lot of other people's energy. It's emotional, it can be physical, the work, that you need to balance that work with time in nature. Nature is your temple, it's your medicine, it's your It's going to replenish your soul and help you in ways that, like, it's literally medicine. That's the words that are coming through. So Debbie, what I'm going to suggest is that you, whatever the job is that's coming, that you make sure that you're balancing that. So it's not an option for you to say, oh yeah, I'll book some time and I'll go for a 10-minute walk at lunch break, or I'll go out at the weekend and maybe go for a walk. It's literally imperative and essential that you incorporate time outside with nature, and that you have lots of nature in your house. You have plants, you have pictures of animals and plants. If you have animals, that you spend as much time with them as you can, or you might even consider getting an animal. I don't know if that could be in the cards as well, but there's definitely, you have a deep connection, and it's more than it's a connection, it's literally imperative for your emotional, physical and mental health that you incorporate connection with nature into your life. So that's that card. And then this one is about following steps. So, and there's also, if you look at this card, there's Archangel Uriel, and there's this beautiful lamp, or Uriel is walking along and is the light for others. So there's two messages with this card. The first one is you're a light for people on the path. Your energy, your kindness, your open heart, your practicality as well is coming through, and you're down to earth. So there's that earth energy, nature is really, really helpful to a lot of people that spend a lot of time in their heads worrying about their illnesses, or are indoors too much. So you could literally be bringing the outdoors indoors, that energy of nature, into the clients that you're working with. So that's one element of it. But the other thing is about trusting your intuition. So, like, if you've been getting a hunch, this is the job I want to go for, it's spot on. Trust your intuition. You know what's best for you. You know what's the best path. Your angels are communicating with you at night when you're sleeping. You could, if you spend more time in nature, you're going to open yourself up to a more direct angelic communication as well. And just, having that energy, having your angels on tap can just make such a difference to your life in all ways. You could go and watch that video that I'm going to post, which is the pick your angel card. You could literally every single morning go in, ask a question, even if it's just, what do I need to know today? And just randomly, intuitively pick somewhere on the video to pause and listen for 5 minutes and see what the message is for you that day. And then maybe you're unwinding after a long day. Again, tune in. Last thing before you go to bed, okay, ask a question. What do I need to release, or what do I need to sleep on? What do I need to know right now? And you can literally click, and that would just help you to relax and connect with the angels. So that will help you to deepen your connection with the angels. But it's like, trust your intuition. You're a powerful being. You know what's right for you, and nobody else can tell you, including me. So trust your intuition, and you are a light for so many people that you don't even realize. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. So I hope that was useful. I'm going to pick another. Catherine Logry would love a card around growing my business over the next coming months. So I'm going to just try and be very quick here. Okay. Loads of money coming in. It's safe to be wealthy, my dear. So what I'm going to say, actually, I'm just going to double check. It's safe to be wealthy. It definitely says that. I pulled down the blind so the sun wouldn't come in, and now it's gotten quite dark, so it's hard for me to see. This card is number 11. It's about Catherine. It's about Katrina. It's about lifting your vibration to match the vibration of what you want to bring in, and it's about doing some work on money blocks. So I would literally, your business can grow if you have the right coach, you have the right marketing, you know what your niche is, you know if you have all those things in place already. Then the last piece is, you have everything there, and there's funnels and there's places where people can buy and click in your PayPal account to set up, or your Stripe, or whatever, your checkout, your website. If all that's in order, then the final sort of key would be the mindset. would be clearing the money blocks. If you go to Melanie's website and click on any of her videos, you can do that. And that will help you with abundance, lift your vibration and abundance. And so there's loads of money coming, but there's just a little bit of work to be done around money blocks and healing that. So if I was you, I would bombard myself with videos and books, even audiobooks if you don't want to read, over the next 2 to 3 months while you're growing this business on the side. So whenever money stops coming in my business, I go back to meditate. I go back to one of my favorite books is Florence Scovel Shinn. So I've been listening to that on repeat on YouTube. There's also a course that I follow, John Assaraf. I have that. I listened to it for years and years. I can't remember the name of it. Money something. So when I need a money boost, I listen to that. It reprograms my mind to be a money magnet. So I listen to that. There's something else, Summer Max Stravic, Flow Dreaming. I used to listen to that. I don't listen to it anymore. I actually forgot I had it. But I listened to that for a period of about a year and that helped me. So it's like bombard your mind with things and resources that will help you to elevate and be more attractive to that money into your life. The money is already there. It's just about creating the funnel so that it can reach you and clearing the money blocks around that, anything that might be stopping the money coming through. So there you go. So I'm just going to go back onto, hold on. I'll just run through these really quick. So we have Jennifer Maddy with love a card about growing my business worldwide and getting paid for guidance and inspiration that flows through me. Next level, leap of faith. Okay, so Jennifer, I'm going to say all you need in your business is 3 packages. You need 3 packages. So one can be a course or program. It can be simply 8 modules of a program. You have, as far as I know, the Abundant Heart program. You bought it from me years ago. That contains the system to help you get your first program, your first course up online. So go back and do the Abundant Heart, and that's your number 1. Create your first healing program. That will help you in so many ways, that program, the Abundant Heart. So go back and create your first program. That can be one income stream. The next is your one-to-ones. So you probably at this stage need to up your pricing. There's something here about the pricing isn't right at the moment. So you need to, a fantastic way that you can bring in clients immediately, overnight, and raise your prices is this. You can use this script. You can send out an email or post on Facebook or wherever your community is, and you can say, hey, my prices are going up in, I would say, the 1st of September. Because you are my valued community and clients, you can book at the current rate of whatever until the 31st of August. And I would be promoting that for the next 2 weeks. And that will help you. A client of mine that actually bought the Abundant Heart program with no money, did this exercise on the first day and literally brought in enough clients to cover his whole cost of the program at the time. So it, like literally overnight, 24 hours, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe that was there. That money was there. All he had to do was send an email out and say to people, he hadn't put up his prices for years. So there's something here for you to put up your prices, Jenny. And the last package is your VIP. So that could be a retreat, it could be a VIP where somebody comes and spends a day with you and has a healing, or it could be a workshop or VIP workshop for a small group of people. So there's 3 beautiful packages. If you have them set up, you can have money coming in, and then you can set up some passive income products over that. You can create your first book. That's a passive income product. You can get the course automated so that you don't have to actually show up and deliver that. Once you deliver it once, it's all recorded. It becomes a passive income product. Then you can create your whole affiliate program. And when you make recommendations of, oracle cards that you use or flower essences that you use or whatever products and services, you can make recommendations to people and they can give them the link to buy them, and you can take a small percentage for each of those sales. So there are so many ways for you to grow, or anybody that's listening to this, for you to grow your business. So take that on board and come back to me and let me know. The card that came up for you is this wonderful one about Archangel Jophiel. And the reason that I said these 3 things to start is that you need to do a little bit of decluttering. Clear out, you've too many offers at the moment, and it's confusing for people. They don't actually know what it is that you do or what it is that they should come to you for. It's a bit confusing. So you need to clean the slate. The Abundant Heart will help you with that. Clean the slate completely. If you go to anyone that wants the Abundant Heart, go to ashleymooney.com, and there's a tab which says business courses, and that should bring you to the course if you want to have a look at it. But the program will help you to just clear the slate and start fresh, to really get clear on who your clients are, and a title and a tagline for these new packages and programs that I'm telling you. And just, what you might find is you're going to combine a lot of services into one. So you might have Reiki healing, and you might have past life therapy, and you might have flower essences, and you're going to just combine them into one transformational healing coaching for survivors of trauma. I don't know, I'm just making that up, but it's much more specific, and you can use Reiki, you can use flower essences, you can use all of the tools, whatever you want in that one session, but it's under a different banner. So I hope that's useful to everybody that's considering a business. And the last one is Laura Joya Rinankoski. I would love an angel card for my relationship. Okay, so very quickly, another Shamuel, and it says, you are a vessel of divine love. So this is about just so what I'm getting from this card is that you are an earth angel, a light worker. That doesn't mean we're all, I can shout and scream as much as anybody, and I can stand my ground if I need to say what I have to say. But there's also lots of places in my life and in my relationships where I let people take advantage, and because I'm a recovering, not very, still a people pleaser, and in the 4 tendencies, I'm an obliger. So, those things can affect your relationship. So it's like in your case, it's the other thing that's coming through is that we need a balance. So sometimes we can look at the other person and we can say, they're not the same as me, and that's wrong. And actually, we need a balance. Sometimes we're attracted to someone that's a balance for us. So an example of that is, I sometimes compare me and my husband to the hare and the tortoise. And the hare. I am fast. I have a million ideas every day. I'm sprint out the gate. I have this idea. I'm going to do it. I could plan it all up in one day, have it all down on a Google sheet. I'd be like, oh my God, this is a brilliant idea. and then it takes me a few days to implement, but I need help with the follow through. I'm a great inspiring burst of energy for my clients as well. I give them that burst, I give them that clarity, I can give them a million ideas. This is what you need to do, get started. But for me personally, I had to learn this the hard way, I need to put in place accountability to help me to finish, to help me to get to the finish line. My husband, on the other hand, is slow and steady. He will start at number 1, and then he'll do number 2 and number 3 and number 4 until he gets to number 10. So we're opposites, but we've also had to compromise and learn from each other. And he's had to learn to be a little bit more spontaneous, and I've had to learn to be a little bit more goal orientated and disciplined, so that I actually reach my goal. I'm writing a book at the moment that would not get done if I just followed the energy, which is my energy is like spurts of energy. But that's not realistic in the life that I'm living. I'm at home with my kids, it's summertime. I don't have that time to just, focus and get stuff done. I can spend small amounts of time, but it has to be over a longer period, which is more difficult for me, for my energies to sustain it. So I'm learning. So whereas that would be perfect for my husband, a little bit every day, and until he achieves his goal. So it's about balance, and it's about recognizing where your energy is in the relationship, what you need to recognize as powerful in your partner, and how you can compromise, and use whatever you need to get to that place. If you're obviously still in love, and the even the message, the question is full of love, so there's a lot of love still there in that relationship, so you do what you have to do. If you want to let go, that's another story. But if I don't feel like that's the case here, I feel like there's a lot of love there, and it's like, okay, so what can we do? I'm 20 years with my husband, but there was a period of time where I had to go for counselling, he had to go for counselling, we had to go for couples counselling. So, and I had to do a lot of healing, I had to do a lot of excavation in myself, and he did as well, for us to arrive 20 years later and still be in love, and more in love than I was when I met him. And I think that's mutual. So it's like, but it took a lot of work, and it on both sides. And there had to be a commitment there to that as well. So I hope that's useful, Laura, in some way. I hope it gives you what you need today. So I'm going to hop back over to YouTube. I'm going to wrap up with any questions that are here. Do post in the comments and let me know how this is resonating. Are you enjoying these live streams? I'm enjoying that I can actually see the messages on Facebook. They go all over the place. For anyone, you want to learn more about me, first of all, subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you've hit subscribe so that anytime I go live, you get an immediate notification. And my aim is to post videos, as many as I can before the end of August on whatever you need. So if you have any ideas, post them in there. You want to abundance, meditation with your angels. I'm going to post cutting of the ties, meet your guardian angel. I'm going to post probably some business tips for spiritual business owners. Any ideas, post them in the chat for me. And but if you want to learn more, just go to ashlingmooney.com and you can sign up there for free and get on my mailing list and be part of our angel community and any of the good things that I have coming up. So, brilliant, Sandy. That's it, exactly, love. It could be that guy, but it could be somebody else as well. I love it. So, Elizabeth, I love a card for my health. Sprained ankle is not healing well, and I wonder what's causing this. Is something I'm not seeing, sort of a blind spot. So just your left side is the past. Where am I? Left side is the past, and is the female, and the right side is the future and the male. So it's about action, and the past is about reflection. So I would take that into account. Your legs are about moving forward in your future. So I would Elizabeth, you're a client of mine and we've worked together a long time, so I know that I have a bit more information here to play with. But what I'm going to say is that you've done a lot in the last while. You've had some major life upheaval and moments of transformation. You're just growing your spiritual business online. You've had major changes. So sometimes we think we can do more than we can. And we think that we're not, if you I suffer with this, the not enough monster. I think no matter how busy I am, it's not enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not producing enough. As I said, I'm writing this book, and as far as I'm concerned, it should have been published last month. And I'm, forgiving myself daily, and I'm processing those thoughts and those emotions as they're coming up, and I'm You know, the old Ashling would have gone, you fucking idiot, there you go again, you haven't done what you said you were going to do, you didn't do it, you haven't put it in enough hours, you should just get that book out there and whatever. And there's that part of me that's just like, thank you for the advice and the guidance, but it's going to happen when it's going to happen. And I am working through it. And I know that when I look back on this in a few months' time and I'm like, oh my God, I just wrote my second book over summer. And it's a brilliant book on how to write a book, how to write an ebook and a book, how to publish, get your first ebook and book published. It's a dream of mine to write this book. And the reason it's taken so long is that I keep adding to it. I saying, oh my God, people need to know this bit. And then, oh, I need to put in a step-by-step of how to upload your book to Amazon here. So that, oh no, I need to do a video. So I'm adding in because I want, and it's okay for me to take a month or 2 or 3 months extra for this to be a book that I'm so proud of. I know that it will help and support many, many people. So I have to talk myself down off that ledge. So the reason I'm sharing that story with you is that you've done a major amount of work. And it could quite possibly be that your body is just physically saying, fucking rest. Rest now. If it's not healing properly, so just rest. Can you just sit with an ice pack on your leg? Can you meditate with your leg, with those joints, with your ankle? Can you just send some healing? Can you just say, you know, instead of there's something I'm not seeing here, it feels like a sort of a blind spot. Instead of that, just say, oh, you know, let's get curious. My leg is taking its time to heal. What does it need? And what is its message to me? What is it this time? Instead of making it wrong, say, where is the gift in this? What is the gift in this? And immediately what I'm seeing the gift for you is you just need to rest. You need to catch up with all of the changes, the energetic and emotional and mental changes that have happened for you in the last 6 months. You just need to rest to integrate them. August is a time for just, in my book anyway, it's a time for just taking back dreamy summer days, cocktails or mocktails or whatever you want, swimming, or in my case, lake days, or you can go to the beach or countryside or whatever floats your boat. But it's about rest. And this card is declutter. So it's still Jophiel again, another Jophiel message. Time to declutter, clear and release. And you're in that space now of decluttering and clearing and releasing from what we've spoken about in all the transformation that you've gone through. You're now in a period of clearing out. And I don't know if you've come to the end of it yet, or you're still in the middle of it, or you're still towards the end of it. But it's just, it's like every great warrior before they go to battle, the night before they rest. So, and some of us need a longer time to rest. Some of us need more than a night. I definitely need longer periods of rest and quiet. So this is just an invitation for you to rest, my darling. Go with it, don't resist. Do whatever you need to do to bring your ankle, you know, give it as much love as you possibly can. But I'm not doing enough. And integrate that resonates. I feel that I only have to move and declutter. That's it. So just relaxed and permission to rest, my darling. So declutter as much as you can, anything that's not going to hurt your ankle, or any, just, you know, gentle and relaxing. And that is it. So any more questions before I go? Oh, Chilla's making a recommendation. T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And Melanie Moore has loads of tapping videos on money and finance. Brilliant. And lots of other books. Chillpreneur by Denise Duffield Thomas. Lucky Bitch. Or Get Rich Lucky Bitch by Denise Duffield Thomas. It's Not Your Money by Tasha Silver. Think and Grow Rich, of course, the classic. Wallace Wattles. His books, The Science of Getting Rich. There's loads of them. You know, bombard yourself with those books. Colette! Hi Colette, how are you? I hope you're still here, love. Yes, lovely to see you live and keeping well and enjoying the summer. Lovely to see you too, my darling. I hope you're well. So that is it. I don't see any more questions. So I'm going to wind it up today. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you all. I'm getting the hang of this. So I'll be back again live again in the next few days. But in the meantime, go and watch the video, which is the 44 Oracle cards. So literally you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening. You can just say, ask yourself a question, take 3 deep breaths, ask yourself a question, and then randomly stop anywhere on that video and listen for 5 minutes to, and that will give you an answer to the question that you've asked your angels. And that is it, my darlings. Find me at ashlingmooney.com. Loads of goodies, loads of free goodies there as well. Get on my mailing list and make sure to click subscribe and bring along some friends as well that love angels and would love these conversations that we're having. And if you want to join a community, you can come to the Transform with Angels course. That's at ashlingmooney.com/angels. Mwah! Loads of love, my darlings. Bye.